By AD 1700, Rome enters the Age of Enlightenment, inspiring artists and scholars across Europe with its timeless ruins and magnificent Baroque beauty. Over the next decades, pilgrims and grand tour travelers fill the Eternal City, carrying its artistic and spiritual influence far beyond Italy. As the 18th century unfolds, Rome becomes the world's greatest classroom, where archaeology, science, and neoclassicism reveal new wonders from the ancient past. Yet by AD 1800, the winds of revolution begin sweeping across Europe, and soon Napoleon brings Rome under French rule. Even so, the Eternal City's monuments continue inspiring generations of artists and engineers. After Napoleon's fall, peace returns with the restoration of papal authority, opening a new era of scientific preservation and archaeological discovery. Throughout the 1820s and 1830s, scholars, architects, and writers transform Rome into the heart of the Grand Tour, while photography soon joins archaeology in preserving its timeless beauty. But beneath the calm, the dream of Italian unity continues to grow. By 1848, revolution erupts, briefly giving birth to the Roman Republic, before papal rule is restored once more. Even then, the movement for a united Italy cannot be stopped. By AD 1860, almost the entire peninsula stands united, with Rome remaining the final prize. And by AD 1865, as pilgrims and scholars still wander its ancient streets, few realize the Eternal City is only years away from becoming the capital of a new nation. By AD 1870, Rome enters a new chapter as the Papal States come to an end, beginning its journey as the future capital of United Italy. A year later, Rome officially becomes Italy's capital, as government, culture, and history unite in the Eternal City. Over the next few years, ministries, engineers, and scholars reshape Rome, while its ancient ruins become proud symbols of the new nation. Meanwhile, archaeology and modern planning grow side by side, ensuring progress never overshadows Rome's timeless heritage. As the 1880s begin, science, engineering, and preservation work together, transforming Rome into a modern capital without losing its ancient soul. Year after year, new boulevards and neighborhoods spread beyond the old walls, while remarkable discoveries continue beneath the city streets. At the same time, great engineering projects tame the Tiber, protecting a city that has endured for nearly 3,000 years. By 1890, Rome stands confidently between past and future, where ancient monuments and modern ambition exist side by side. Throughout the 1890s, electricity, public transport, and new technology reshaped daily life, while careful conservation protects the Forum and the Colosseum. As the century draws to a close, pilgrims, scholars, and travelers gather in a city where history and progress walk hand in hand. Then, in 1900, the Holy Year welcomes the world, revealing a Rome transformed yet forever faithful to its extraordinary past. In the years that follow, electric trams, expanding neighborhoods, and the first motor cars bring new energy to the Eternal City. By 1910, Rome proudly stands among Europe's great capitals, balancing rapid modernization with the preservation of its ancient legacy. Just 1 year later, Italy celebrates 50 years of unification, showcasing a capital where history and progress flourish together. Yet beneath the prosperity, Europe edges toward conflict, even as Rome enjoys the final years of the Belle Epoque. In 1915, Italy enters the First World War, and although Rome lies far from the front, the weight of war is felt throughout the city. As the conflict deepens, hospitals, trams, and public squares reflect a nation enduring its darkest days, while Rome's monuments remain steadfast. Finally, by 1919, peace returns, soldiers come home, and the Eternal City looks forward to a remarkable new decade. By 1920, Rome leaves the hardships of war behind. As visitors return, archaeology flourishes, and new hope fills the Eternal City. Just 2 years later, the March on Rome reshapes Italy's future, yet beneath its timeless monuments, daily life continues uninterrupted. As the decade unfolds, Rome embraces rapid transformation, where expanding streets, rising automobiles, and ancient discoveries shape a modern capital. Before long, the Eternal City becomes one of the world's greatest archaeological centers, preserving its imperial past while building for the future. And by 1929, the Lateran Treaty creates Vatican City, marking a new era as Rome stands proudly between ancient heritage and modern nationhood. The 1930s open with Rome looking confidently toward the future, as archaeology and modern planning shape a city where history and progress move forward together. Via dell'Impero soon transforms the heart of the Eternal City, creating a grand avenue that unites the Forum and the Colosseum like never before. Monumental boulevards, restored landmarks, and elegant public spaces soon make Rome one of Europe's most magnificent capitals, celebrating both its imperial heritage and modern ambitions. The city's transformation reaches its peak as thriving public spaces reflect a confident capital, even while political tensions begin rising across Europe. By 1939, Rome appears peaceful beneath its restored monuments, yet the growing shadow of war signals that another dramatic chapter is about to begin. In 1940, Italy enters the Second World War. Soldiers replace tourists, military vehicles fill Rome's streets, while the Eternal City's ancient monuments remain unchanged. As the conflict intensifies, by 1943, air raids and occupation transform daily life, yet the Roman Forum stands resilient through another chapter of history. Liberation finally arrives in June 1944, bringing hope back to Rome as civilians return. Fear fades, and the Eternal City begins its long journey toward peace. That new beginning continues in 1946, when Italy becomes a republic and reconstruction gathers pace beneath Rome's timeless monuments. The years that follow bring renewal, and by 1949, visitors return, the streets come alive, and the scars of war slowly give way to prosperity. That spirit shines even brighter in 1950, as the Holy Year welcomes millions of pilgrims, filling the Eternal City with faith, hope, and new life. Prosperity soon transforms everyday life, and by 1953, scooters, automobiles, and growing tourism bring fresh energy to Rome's historic streets. The momentum continues through 1955, as expanding neighborhoods and rising prosperity reshape the capital, while its ancient monuments remain the city's enduring heart. With the future drawing closer, by 1957, Olympic preparations accelerate Rome's modernization as new infrastructure grows around the timeless Roman Forum. By 1959, a decade of remarkable progress has transformed Rome into a confident international capital, ready to welcome the world for the historic 1960 Olympic Games. In 1960, Rome welcomes the world through the Olympic Games, where ancient monuments and modern ambition stand proudly side by side. That global spotlight continues, and by 1963, cinema, fashion, and culture transform the Eternal City into the heart of La Dolce Vita. As the decade unfolds, by 1965, new neighborhoods and busy streets reshape Rome, while the ancient Forum quietly preserves its timeless story. The city's influence soon reaches every corner of the world, and by 1967, television, tourism, and cinema make Rome a global icon without changing its historic soul. By 1969, a remarkable decade draws to a close, leaving Rome celebrated as a capital of culture where the past and present exist together. The new decade brings fresh challenges, and in 1970, rapid growth begins reshaping the Eternal City beyond its ancient walls. By 1972, social change spreads across Italy, yet Rome's historic heart remains a constant through uncertain times. In 1975, Rome celebrates 27 centuries of history, proving once again that every generation builds upon its remarkable past. 2 years later, in 1977, the city's first metro opens, connecting modern Rome while the ancient Forum continues watching over its future. By 1979, another transformative decade comes to an end, with Rome moving confidently forward as its timeless monuments continue their endless journey through history. In 1980, Rome enters a new decade, embracing television, technology, and modern culture, while the ancient Forum quietly watches another age unfold. As the city reaches millions of homes, in 1982, mass media carries Rome's beauty across the world, turning the Eternal City into a global symbol. By 1985, technology begins transforming everyday life, proving that Rome can embrace the future without leaving its remarkable past behind. That transformation continues in 1987, as satellite television and new communications connect Rome to the world while its ancient monuments remain unchanged. By 1989, a century of extraordinary change comes to a close, and Rome once again shows that its greatest strength is adapting without losing its soul. A new chapter begins in 1990 as computers replace typewriters and the Eternal City takes its first steps into the digital age. By 1992, a changing Europe brings new technology and closer connections, while Rome continues protecting the monuments that define its history. By 1995, information becomes the new empire, as computers, email, and the early internet reshape daily life across the Eternal City. The digital revolution gathers pace in 1997, with mobile phones, computers, and restoration projects preparing Rome for a new millennium. By 1999, Rome stands at the threshold of the 21st century, where digital innovation and ancient monuments together tell the timeless story of a city that never stops evolving. In the year 2000, Rome welcomes the world into a new millennium, where ancient monuments in the digital age begin walking side by side. By 2002, the euro and broadband reshape everyday life, and over the following years, digital photography, smartphones, and the internet transform the way people discover the Eternal City. As the 2010s unfold, millions share Rome's beauty across the world, while smart technology makes its history more accessible than ever before. By 2019, the city reaches the height of global tourism, only for an unexpected silence to arrive in 2020 as the pandemic empties its streets. But Rome has endured far greater trials before. Life gradually returns, visitors once again fill its ancient squares, and by 2024, the Eternal City confidently embraces innovation while protecting its extraordinary heritage. From 753 BC to 2026, kingdoms have risen, empires have fallen, and civilizations have changed beyond imagination. Yet, through every triumph, every tragedy, and every new beginning, the Roman Forum has remained, proving that while history never stops moving, Rome itself is truly eternal.